parent company of Bell Canada has fired dozens of employees it accuses of falsifying in-office attendance. Their dismissal has triggered a number of legal threats from the workers who say that the expectations set by management was unclear. CBC's Angie Seth has those details.
BCE, who owns Bell, has fired dozens of employees for falsifying their workplace attendance, which violates its code of conduct. But the lawyer representing some of those employees says they were blindsided over a back-to-office policy, one that wasn't even being enforced by their managers. Bell says the decisions came after an internal review. The company has accused some employees of entering their workplaces just to swipe in and then leaving right away. In a statement, Bell told us, in each case, there was a thorough investigation and individuals were presented with clear evidence of their misconduct. The majority of individuals admitted to deliberate and repeated falsification of workplace attendance. It goes on to say managers who condoned this action were also let go. We spoke to a labor and employment lawyer representing at least 30 fired employees in Ontario and Quebec. He says some of his clients insist their managers were not strict on the in-office policy and that there were no warnings before being fired.
The problem was that they were getting different and contradictory messages. So, for instance, they had a policy from Bell saying they were supposed to be in person 3 days a week, but then their managers would say, well, no, as long as you come in and swipe your fob, you don't have to stay the whole day. And no, that's fine. We don't really enforce this policy.
Implemented a back-to-office policy in 2022. CBC spoke to an employment lawyer not involved in this situation whether we could see this unfold at other companies. He says a company usually has the right to determine where people do their jobs, and legally that would not be deemed unreasonable.
Generally speaking, it's absolutely up to the employer to require an employee to work in a physical space.
Gokel goes on to say in the end, it will come down to the evidence gathered to justify the decision to terminate. Lawyers for some of the fired employees are in the process of drafting a claim for tens of thousands of dollars in severance. Bell hasn't paid the money because of the alleged misconduct. Angie Seth, CBC News, Toronto.